Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Let's Talk. This is your host, El Marie. Thank you for tuning in for another true crime episode. Today, we're going to talk about the unfortunate death of Daunte Wright in the hand of an officer of the law. 20-year-old Daunte Wright, the father of a 1.5-year-old boy, was shot and killed by a white police officer during a stop on April 11, 2021. Daunte Wright was born in Chicago, Illinois, and moved to Minneapolis, Hennepin County, Minnesota as a young boy. Daunte's father is an African-American man by the name of Audrey Wright, and his mother is a white woman by the name of Katie Wright. His parents have been together for 23 years, according to his aunt Naisha Wright, and they are a close-up loving family. Daunte attended Thomas Edison High School in Minneapolis and Blaine High School in Blaine, Minnesota. He studied at the University of Minnesota, Twin City of Minneapolis. In July 2019, Daunte Wright became a father to his son Daunte Wright Jr., who is soon to have his second birthday. On the day of the fatal encounter, April 11, 2021, Daunte was pulled over in the intersection of Catherine Drive and 63rd Avenue North in Brooklyn Center, Hennepin County, by Brooklyn Center police officer for an expired tag and an air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror. The moment before Daunte was killed, he called his mother Katie to tell her he got pulled over and he needed the car insurance information. The mother told Daunte, okay, when the officer comes back to the window, put him on the phone and I can give him all our insurance information. During an interview, she stated, a second goes by and I hear the police officer come back to the window and ask Daunte to get out of the car. She said she heard Daunte ask, for what? And the police officer said, I'll explain to you when you get out of the car. Katie heard her son and the police officer struggling, then the police told him to hang up the phone. 3 or 4 seconds went by. She called Daunte back, no one picks up. Then she called back again. Daunte's girlfriend, who was in the passenger seat, told Katie that they shot Daunte and showed her his unresponsive body on the driver's side. Body cam footage shows that after Daunte stepped out of the car and then got back in, an officer said, taser, taser, taser. But instead of shooting a taser, Officer Kim Potter shot Daunte in his chest with her 9mm firearm. According to Conan Daily, on April 2nd, 2021, a warrant was issued for his arrest, and he was accused of a gross misdemeanor carrying a pistol without a permit and misdemeanor fleeing police after he failed to appear for court, which does not justify his death. "48-year-old Kimberly Potter was born in 1973. She is married to a former police officer who served a different Minneapolis suburb, and she has 2 adult sons. According to the records, she is first licensed as a police officer in Minnesota at the age of 22 in 1995. She has been serving in the City of Brooklyn Center Department for over 26 years. Officer Kimberly is the union president for the Brooklyn Center police officers, a member of the Law Enforcement Memorial Association, and she is specialized in training officers in weapon handling. In 2017, among 11 officers, she received a Chief's Unit Certificate commendation for a death investigation. According to Biography Daily, in August 2019, in the Minneapolis suburb, in the previous fatal shooting of Kobe DeMog Hisler, who was shot and killed after allegedly ran at the officers with a knife. Officer Kimberly was among the first responders to the scene. She instructed the two officers who were involved to turn off their body-worn cameras and sit into separate squad cars and not to talk with each other. The officers were not charged and their actions were found to be justified. Earlier this week, the former police chief, who is now resigned, stated that Dante's death appears to be a result of Officer Kimberly mistakenly her gun for her taser as Dante resisted arrest.
As I watched the video and listened to the officer's commands, it is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This appears to me, from what I viewed and the officer's reaction in distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge.
According to Mayor Mike Elliott, the Brooklyn Center city manager, Kurt Bengani, was fired in response to the protest. Mayor Elliott stated the city council had significant concern regarding how the city responded to the protest. He continues, the city council determined it was in the best interest of the city and its residents to seek new leadership in the city. Former officer Kimberly resigned and was later arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter. She posted bail and was released from custody, according to Hennepin County Sheriff's official website. If convicted, she can face up to 10 years in prison and or a fine of up to $20,000. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner Office determined Dante died of a gunshot wound and that his death was a homicide. President Biden stated at a press conference, there is no justification for looting and violence. You all watch, I assume as I did the film, which is fairly. The body cam, which is fairly graphic. Question is, was it an accident? Was it intentional? It remains to be determined by a full-blown investigation. He continues, we know that the anger, pain, and trauma that existed in a Black community and that environment is real, serious, and consequential. Dante's parents and his family are now seeking for justice. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.